Hey, my wisdom lights, come on in, come on in. We talking about, we got tarot readings on the board, astrology readings, and all my other services on the board right now. But we're going to talk about and make a conversation and get more understanding on like my passion that I've been doing for years. Personally, with my things, I'm expanding the business and going outside of dance, going outside of coaching children and making them better. I'm doing another field. I'm getting into the athletic world, the NBA, the NFL, things like that, helping them with their careers as well and their looks, their foundation for their careers, foundations for their financial stability, their brands, their brand. Okay. So with that, I want of course introduce myself. My name is Cedric Brown. I have a 10-year resume of many years, like over 10 years, over a decade, working in the entertainment industry, the retail industry, what else? The hair industry, since 2010. What other industry? Fitness, entertainment, hair, retail industry for the past like 2 decades, for like 2010. 2020. Yeah, going into like 2 decades now. So that's a little bit about me. You get to know me more. Just check out my YouTube page. You'll find out more of my videos and more of my resume. My resume videos are included on my YouTube channel. So check out my YouTube channel. You'll know more about me and my some of my clients, some of my people, my team. So check that out. Leave comments, reach out, book. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think, and see what I can do for your career. Now remember, you always want to figure out, like test people out. Does it work? If it doesn't, let go. Okay, let go. Let go. And how does people feel? You really want to write it down. Like, how does this feel? If it feels weird or anything, work with essential oils, work with aromatherapy, because anxiety is real. That's a real thing. I really want y'all to test out my oils. I make different healing oils, money oils, spiritual bath oils, different things to help the body heal, the senses heal, the anxiety to leave off, different other spirits to leave off, okay? So with that, I want y'all to dive deeper into expansion. I want you to write that down. Yes, get your pen and paper, my wisdom lights. I roll. So I want you to write down, expansion, and how does that look? How does that feel? Evolution. Expansion equals sign evolution, okay? Expansion equals sign evolution, okay? You want to evolve. You want to be able to evolve and be in a headspace a lot. But remember, with great wealth, you have to heal. You have to heal and have good assistance or helpers to make sure that you're able to, hey, you're shaking and driving, you got your career going, you're busy. Hey, you need reminders. You need people that are good at reminding you about, like, hey, the itinerary, the schedule, make sure this is on the schedule, to make sure you remember, like, hey, this week I have to go see my healer. I have to go see my doctor, my massage, my spiritual advisor, my Reiki master, my yoga, whatever you need to heal, especially around financial, you write this down, literacy. Okay? And those are the people you want a good relationship with. Like, money astrologers is real good. People that deal with money astrology will be a good asset to have if they are street talkers, if you catch my drift. Money astrologers, they keep it, that shouldn't put it on here, that keeps it real, okay? A lot of astrologers are not going to keep it real, period. Okay, they be afraid, or they lack street smarts, maybe, or they lack the direction to really break you into the group. Maybe it's like a group, because from some astrologers I talk to, I'm like, how can y'all give a long dissertation, a long lecture around this topic, and you don't break it down? You don't really like, hey, if your Venus is trining Uranus, I haven't heard not one of them or many of them really say, maybe I took many classes over the past 2 decades, especially the last 10 years. Like, I haven't really heard anyone say about, Venus trying, hey, y'all, come on in. Venus trying Uranus. This person has access and the ability to claim, of course, the internet fame, but also multiple streams of income. They haven't really made that a conversation that Uranus can lead to multiple streams of income. It could lead to multiple ways of becoming famous, known, healing, or homeless. Uranus can deal with homelessness. Feeling like ripped apart, stealing, people stealing from you. If you don't have education or you don't pay your spiritual advisors, you can write that down. Make sure you paying your spiritual advisors for good, and we'll talk about that, good protection rituals. And tell them keep it general and keep it general based. General based. And what does general based mean? Meaning cover all corners, not really put someone's name on the ritual. On the rituals. Unless you're doing attraction rituals. Unless you're doing attraction rituals or trying to get a job. That's when you put someone's name down, okay? The reason why when you get educated and take classes and you really talk to many people, I have over 50 teachers. I could pull up a list. I'm going to make it soon for y'all. I could pull up a list and show you all of them, let you know who they are. You might know some of them, like Nadia Shaw, Stormy Grace, Night Astrology, the Leo King. I have a lot of different teachers and stuff like that. Dolores Cannon. There's a lot of teachers out there. So many, especially my locally based, those online based, but some locally that I took classes. I gave them money. I bought so many products. And really had a conversation with them, or some of their people, some of their students. So when you really know magic, astrology, and the occult stuff, or the metaphysical world, you'll know more about not like when you put somebody's name on something, there's like a hex or like a ritual in itself to like know. When you keep it general, it's like when you really educate it, because how a person's spirit is, that's on their magic, right? So when they do their rituals, when you keep it general, it goes like this. It's just like a wave. It's just like a wave when you're doing your rituals. Okay? So when you get your spiritual advisor, especially when you're a millionaire or trying to sustain that wealth, you want to keep it general. When you target somebody, you don't know what their soul going through. Here's the education again. You don't know what their soul going through. You don't know if that person got somebody pregnant. You don't know if that person about to lose their job already, battling other people. You don't know what karma, fate already has for them. That's education. Hey, y'all, double tap that screen. Thank you so much. You don't know if that person is battling 50 million other people and you just so happen to get in alignment with the person. It's friction, bad energy. You don't always go and hex somebody. I grew up in a church. I would go to the church and just pray it off. And just ask God for another way. You ask God for another way. So remind, go back and write that down to your faith. Okay? Your faith. Ask God for another way. Right? So when you're doing stuff, you don't lead to negative karma for yourself. Why? Again, common denominator. I want a good life. They want a good life. You want a good life. Mama, dad, and uncle, aunties. Especially if you're the breadwinner. and you paying for everybody's stuff, hey y'all, double tap the screen, send me some hearts, send me some love. If especially you like you the breadwinner and you have all these people you have to help out consistently, and that's another thing. Don't think short term when it comes down to your career and your finances. Okay? Why? We have squares in our chart as well. So squares for me, like what happened to me in 2018 when I went through my back, but out the Kundalini. If you know about Kundalini, the God is rising, yoga, all the metaphysics of that. You'll know you need some time alone. You need some time to heal, right? Back up. Hey, y'all, double tap that screen. We talking about marketing. We talking about readings. Whatever you need a reading, reach out, go on my website and book. I'm making a video right now for my marketing, and my clients know my transition and expansion of my business right there. Right now with my marketing strategies expanding out to more people, okay? So with that, you want to make sure that you're doing rituals, you're getting spiritual advisors, they have a good background. Why hire somebody if that's all they did, which is practice magic, this, and stuff like that? Know their background. Like if there was a retailer, librarian, or street hustle. If you want somebody that has a good resume to doing your magic. So if you hire somebody, make sure you know if you know their background. If you hire me, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, licensed massage therapist. I am paid over $100,000 for school and education. When a person like that does magic, or say you buy Beyonce selling her candles, you buying her rituals, her energy, and whatever she put through her career, right? So when you getting magic or buying their work, you buying that person's spirit, their energy, their shade, they know how. So when you buy mine or just anybody, but when you buy mine, you buying my massage therapy background, my Reiki background, my dance career background. So again, your feet gonna start moving if you buy my rituals. Your feet gonna start moving. I have over 10 years of hard work in the dance world, the entertainment world, with dancing. Your feet is gonna start moving, right? Make sense? So with that, when you do hire these people, make sure their feet are able to move. Make sure you hey, spiritual advisor, what other career you had? You can ask questions. It's okay to ask questions, right? It's okay. So with that, you want to ask, double tap that screen, y'all. Send me some love. We getting real. I'm letting y'all know how to grow this money. Get that money, okay? Age of Aquarius. When the age of Aquarius, Uranus. Think about Uranian people, gods, goddesses, archangels, things like that right now, okay? And we're going to talk about that, how to make your archangel pretty. Some of y'all ugly on the inside. We're going to be real. Some of y'all ugly on the inside. So with that, going back to picking the right spiritual advisor, keeping the rituals general. So with me, I have a cosmetology background. I did many heads, So if I'm getting into magic and lighting rituals and candles and setting things up, I'm going to most likely make somebody very, very ugly. If you catch my drift. Right? If I'm doing a ritual and it's just a general like, oh my God, girl, I just became so ugly, or I have that person have to do extra work to get prettier. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you my paying customer and you buy my rituals, you might see one of your enemies, or I don't like saying enemies, one of your haters. Enemy, enter me. I'm not doing it to myself, right? So one of your haters fall and like, oh my God, I just look so ugly now. I feel so ugly. And what they have to do? Spend Venus money to get more prettier, more beautiful, right? It makes sense, right? Okay. So when you buy from me, just be aware of who started looking ugly. That person most likely was a high level enemy or hater. Okay. Or with massage therapy, their body might start hurting in miraculous evil ways. They be like, oh, I can't work again. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Right? So with that, I'm just saying, or if you buy my rituals, you'll get healed up. You'll be like, whoa, I just feel like a thrust of like, wait. Then my dance career, my dance background, and the energy of my spirit, you're going to start two-stepping. Boop, 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 boop. Your fitness, You're going to feel like, whoa, said I found this amazing person. I'm eating healthier. I'm getting back to myself again. I just feel great, man. I feel great. So with that, you when working with me or buy my rituals, check out my website, go ahead over to my services, you're going to feel renewed. I have Hebe, asteroid Hebe, conjunct my Mars as well. And a couple other asteroids, okay? Hebe is fountain of youth. One of the guys got is the fountain of youth. So with that, you're going to find your energy, your je ne sais quoi working with me, right? And thank God I'm into marketing and branding and customer service. Now, if you heard the program DECA in high school for the kids that want to work, and plus get accreditation. That program is, I pray to get it back in all the schools and stuff like that. It's real good for business-minded people that want to excel when they graduate high school. If they don't want to go straight into college, that program gets you certifications, trophies, and things like that, and accustomed to that great wealth of marketing, customer service, how to build up, especially retail or just anything. What we're going to talk about in this video about how to brand yourself in your career, no matter the skill, even mechanics, anything for a great entrepreneur success. Or if you work for a company, boss, up there with the district manager success. Stuff like that I learned in that program. It's an amazing program. So just make sure y'all advocate and fight for that program in schools again. But back to I'm going to wrap this up with the picking the spiritual advisors. So when you do it, just make sure they have some type of money energy in that. So in those classes I took, cosmetology, massage therapy, straight out of high school with the national certification in customer service, you learn about money, right? You learn how to run a business. You learn how to structure a business. You learn how to do everything I'm going to start talking about in my videos now, going forward my series about marketing and my marketing guru stuff, okay? So with that, when working with me or buying my rituals or buying my candles, you're going to feel a lot of energy, a big thrust from spirit to move and make a way for your career, make a way for your healing, your career, your sobriety, and your mental health. But also you're going to feel like, hold on, let me get my health, my intake right. Let me get my dietary system right. Let me get my detoxes going. Let me get everything I need to go in me, my health, my second house. Make sure you're aware of your second house in astrology. Your sixth is the gut, and your 10th house, your knees. Okay, so you want to make sure the second, the throat, your throat chakra, the 6th house, your gut, your stomach area, and then your 10th house, your knees. Yeah, knees, Capricorn. So that's your Taurus, Virgo house, 6th house, 2nd house Taurus, 6th house Virgo, traditionally, and 10th house Capricorn. So that's traditionally those rulerships, right? But everybody not Aries rising. It's not going to fall like that for everybody in that zodiac sign. But we all have that house, okay? So just get with your astrologer, get with me, or find somebody you like. It's all about that. If you don't like me, find somebody that, but get on your stuff. I want that good karma out there, that I'm spreading my spirit around, helping people grasp that money making opportunity for themselves. And don't just sit on your power. Another guy I talked to, he was talking about his career that he'd been rapping, and make good music. And I'm like, why are you just sitting on it? Don't just sit on your talent. I mean, for years in the music industry and made some real good stuff. Don't just sit on it. I looked down, and then your spouse does realtor. Say, like, why are you not really at every house thing? She should have set up your stuff, different things like that, to sell what she's doing with her people, and then what she's selling with the house. When a client comes in, like, listen, write this down. When a client comes in, especially like when you do real estate or anything with marketing, when a client comes in, the appearance is everything. Venus is everything. The throat is Mercury. Venus, okay, well, she close to Mercury. So Venus, Mercury, that energy of the throat chakra. So you want to make sure that you're really selling the look, selling everything right. So set up different things when you're marketing yourself. If you know somebody has a setup, if they have some setup, make sure like, hey, set up some products from your family, set up some things from your archive. I'm working with other clients like that. I'm like, hey, Doja Cat girl, what are you doing? You working with me now. Every look she did on her tour that was very significant. Hey, y'all, double tap that screen, show some love, like. Thank you. On her tour, I said, girl, do 5 of those looks and market that on your website. Market those looks on your website and make that thing residual income every year. Put it out there, Party City, that look. Let them dress up for you. It's Halloween every year. Sell that look. Sell that look. Get your what? Financial stability. That makes sense. Digest that. Digest it. You playing with your time, you playing with your money, you playing with your career. Get solid, get into that foundation, okay? This is an introduction. I'm letting you know me right now. I'm not used to talking like this. I'm letting you know me, right? So this might be a part 1, part 2, because we're about to talk about some stuff right quick. Get some stuff on my chest. So with that, you know, once you digest that, say, hey, I have an artist, I have an actor, I have whoever, and they're good with this, they're entertaining. So I love, oh my God, I love your hair. I would say, Doja Cat, every freaking wig you got, give me 5 wigs. Let's start a wig line. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I said, Doja Cat, come on, girl, you got 5 looks. Let's chop up that hair. Let's get that look. Take a picture, photo shoot, stamp it, get to the factory. Let's go invest in your warehouse, 2 to 3 warehouses, and get that going. When you about to drop that album, come on now, follow me, write this down. When you about to drop that album or you have that movie premiere, go ahead and drop that 50% off code to your personal website, right? Your personal website, and put on there your wigs on your website, wig line, your outfit line. Ain't no wrong with selling your look. Why would you an entertainer, right? Why would you keep that look archived and just sit in the doggone warehouse for nothing? You're not making no money. And when you mess up these brand deals with these other people, losing $200+ million, Beyonce. I call her Beyonce when we in good spirits, Beyonce. And others out there. Why you can't go and archive? Beyonce had an iconic look. Oh my God. Renaissance. Oh. That's Beyonce. We can't Beyonce. She did a B look, okay? I think it was Mugler or something like that. It was real beautiful. I said, yes, Beyonce, get animated on bitches. Get animated on bitches. So with that, I'm like, okay. Oh God, I've been reaching out. She just don't want to talk. She bad with talking. Beyonce's X-Men Tiger. Marvel Tiger. So remember, you're dealing with these people, anime side, right? So with that, I'm like, okay, come on, Beyonce. And I looked at her chart and said, she's not going to talk to 50 or 60 years old. She's not going to talk. So with that, I'm like, okay, put that look on your personal website. She got candles and incense, stuff like that. Put that doggone costume look. Market it. It don't got to be expensive look. Get that look on your website. She did so many looks on Renaissance. Get 20 of those, 20. Girl, you get factory. Get 20 of those designers, and that's Age of Aquarius. You're going to know why a lot of these people fail at the beginning of Age of Aquarius. It's Pluto, Aquarius don't play this shit. That's lightning. Either you own or off. On or off. The way Aquarius work, right? Okay. So with that, to win Age of Aquarius, you have to be on. So you got to pop. If you're not popping, it ain't going to work for the Age of Aquarius. If you're not helping, like what I'm doing now, if you're not helping others pop, you're not going to win the Age of Aquarius. You're not going to survive it. You're going to take the back seat. It's not Age of Pisces any longer. Faith, mysticism, magic, spirituality, walking around like you know, in the haze and stuff like that, and just floating through. No, this Age of Aquarius, just pop. If you're not a popular icon energy, you're not going to survive. At work, at this place, at that place, remember the 11th house rule, house of gains. If you're not trying to gain nothing, it's going to be real difficult for you this next 250 years, 250 years, right? So with that, you got to really structure yourself for this Age of Aquarius movement. What Anne Hathaway, keep watching Anne Hathaway. Watch Zara Larson. Something about Zara Larson is popping. Even Pink Panther said, hey, I had to get Zara on this track. And we had to shift the track to make it pop for us. So I want her on the track. We had to make it pop. A couple other Solange has Aquarius moon. Something for the ancestors about Solange needs to pop right now. She needs to make a move. She did with Yemi Ya. She is not just exposing herself. She letting it be known. She in my soul group. She letting it be known. Solange I said Cedric Brown in that bitch. Cedric Brown in the eye. Right there in that eye, it says Cedric Brown. Okay? Beyonce I says Joshua Brown, my brother. My mama has 2 kids. They mama has 2 kids. Solange is a second born. I'm a second born. Solange is me. Make it pop, Solange, is your moment. Make it pop. What I saw with the visions last year, Beyonce supposed to be in school, educating, learning, building Tiger up, Neptune, getting that Neptune right. Why? Nicki Minaj about to take over. Nicki Minaj came to me in a real way. That's why she left Instagram. Came to me in a real way, and I let her have it. I said, you better get this. Come on, y'all write this down. This double entendre, triple saga album, a saga. I want her to wordplay them motherfuckers down. When we say left, I mean she go up. Right there. Took you down. I want her to go up. Double entendre. What that mean? You know, I want her to really give it them word plays. Play on words hard. I want y'all to be able to listen to that album, that saga, 3 albums, over and over again, and understand like, hey, is at the end of that album, the 3rd album, the last track, and I want her to drop a clothing line on the last day of the triple album saga moment. When she finished that album and she about to promote the album, I want her to drop that last track of that album, that 3rd album. I want her to drop a fitness line. Tell them fans, I say bitches figure it out. I ain't dropped 3 albums. It's been 3 years or 6 years. However we want to chop it up, however we want to produce it out, push it out. And let them bitches know, am I losing weight or am I talking about y'all bitches to your face? Figure it out. Am I losing weight or am I selling weight? You know what they talking about, pound by pound. Am I selling weight? Or am I losing the weight if I'm getting out drugs? Double entendre, play on words. Get it together. I want you to really think about it. That's Neptune. When I say, oh my God, when we started, oh my God, did he die? Did he die? Did he die? Oh my God, did he die? I had a vision of Megan Thee Stallion. Run around, pop, 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 she go. Pop, 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 left that hoe. Left that hoe to die. Left that hoe hanging. What's going on? Pop, 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 pop. We about to heal. That first album on the double entendre triple saga album collection. That first album, she healing. She about to go in. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we went through this, X, Y, Z. I'm just writing it. I'm about to heal, send the ABB out, send flowers, send edible arrangements. Do it for the first album, edible arrangements brand deal. Do 5 to 10 brand deals. Edible arrangement brand deal. Everybody she and did something with the Grammys, whoever. Anybody Nicki Minaj and did cross up with whatever. About to heal and make it right. Neptune. We about to make it right. Good Neptune. About to make it right. We about to send before she start her marketing for the album. I'm about to send a thank you note to these hoes. And I'm about to, here you go. Here's the edible arrangement. Some flowers, some fruits, and we're going to film, because now, Age Aquarius, I'm about to get y'all together. Film. Beyonce, one of them, we quick to say, oh, she do stuff behind the scenes. She don't want film, and she don't want this, she don't want that. No. I'm not delusional. That's why I cut Twin Flames Energy in the collective. I'm one of the ones that stopped it. Stop talking about somebody that ain't real. Stop talking about somebody that's pulling on strings with you. Stop talking about or worrying about somebody that ain't into you. Make your money, live your life. You meet your twin flame on your mission. And you have many when you pray those shown, when you work with those shown. You have many. Don't worry about that one. You have many. God is beautiful. God is good. And I have to give it to her because I don't like some. Ooh, she just make me so mad sometimes. When some of the stuff she say, Nadia Shaw. Not sometimes, I love her. But when my life in the twin flame thing, she'll say, you know, the universe is wise and loving. And it is. But when it comes down right here, in my crown shake, it hurts a bit. The twin flame situation. It's like it's not wise and loving to some of these people, some of the stories I heard from these different divine feminines and the karmic feminines and stuff like that. You know? So when we get there, something about Oshun. So I might have to tell Nadia Shaw, work with Oshun. Work with Oshun energy. When, oh, Jesus. You have different soulmates, different divine counterparts. Well, the divine counterpart kind of stable. It might not be that many of them. But you have many twin flame soulmates and different. You have many of those. You have many, write this down. You have many soulmates. Soulmates is just a mate, like a soulmate. It fits perfectly. You think the twin flame is something karmic. No. You have to work with Oshun, you have to work with different guys of love and stuff like that. So a twin flame really should be a soulmate conversation. Divine counterparts, you're equal in God. That's something different. But a soulmate is somebody that is easy. It's really true love. It's really true love. And you may think that situation is, well, it's supposed to be, you may think twin flame is something karmic, the way they hate it. You see what I'm saying? So many people say, oh my God, he made me so sick. I'm ascension symptoms. Twin flame, well, karmic. Karmic twin flames. That's another one. Karmic. When we say karmic, it has a negative connotation for that word, for that box. We fill in boxes for that box. So karmic, and we deal with marketing. I'm still marketing. Pay attention. We talking about your money here. What I'm dealing with right now, soulmates. Some of y'all don't have the right people backing you up. Write this down. Some of y'all don't have the right divine counterparts and spouses backing you up. I'm getting your heart chakra right. Oshun. Get your heart right. So karmic twin flame. Karmic twin flame, that's a phase, and it will light you up. Just major activations, major activations, and then we have your soulmates. But soulmate and the real twin flames, the real ones, like soulmate. Twin flame, the real, oh shit, the real twin flame, or flames with an S, flames can feel like a soulmate. The real ones, okay? The real twin flames, the real soulmates, okay? Then you have your soulmates. Your soulmates when you graduate the energy. So write that down. You're graduating energy. Okay. When you graduate the energy from twin flame, real twin flames to soulmate level, it's levels. To soulmate level, we get into best friend vibes. You're my best friend. Best friend vibes. Okay. Aphrodite, the different goddesses of love, are, they're very sensitive. The feminine energy is very sensitive. Okay. Best friend vibes, okay? Soulmate, best friend vibes, okay? And then we get into divine counterparts, okay? Divine counterparts. Divine counterparts, okay? Divine counterparts. So with that, it depends on you and how age Aquarius. Uranus, the multiples, okay? And that's what we was led it with Oshun like 3 years ago when my training, my personal training, so I was going through, and the classes I was taking. The multiples, due to your education and your level of open understanding, okay? Open understanding, okay? So the more you open up, the more you understand, like a rose petal, like Venus, like the poom poom, it opens up. So the more your heart chakra opens up, the more you open up to love, money, Venus, love, and money. Nothing different. It's equally matched. love, and money. We're getting you right for marketing, okay? This is some of the stuff I teach in my classes. If you sign a contract with me or you pay for some of my classes, you will get educated in the Venus flow. I have a lot of certifications and diplomas in good Venus flow, okay? Massage therapy, cosmetology is real good Venus flow. Can you flow, okay? If you can't flow, you backed up. Backed up ain't gonna get you no money. You're gonna get clogged up either. It's gonna flip. Either you gonna have the money and be bitter and evil and just negative spirited, and not too many people like you like that, because there we go, big money. Now we in the age of Aquarius. Well, how Beyonce and the Kardashians, a couple of people just said, I'm a billionaire now. Those people, watch my other videos, those people are not billionaires. Those people are trillionaires. Those people are trillionaires. If you able, it's common sense with marketing and money. If you able to make multiple checks of 5 million or more in one decade, if you was able to accumulate over $25 million, you are a billionaire. If you able to accumulate, because they've been working their ass off for decades. Right now, they're in the trillionaire zones. If you are able to accumulate in one decade, in 2 decades, especially 2 decades, in one decade, over $60+ million, almost $1 billion, you are a trillionaire in value. You know how they say, oh, because I just saw a video. You know how they have, what it was, the MTV movie, the MTV show, Cribs of, like a person net worth and stuff like that, the old shows on E and stuff. Somebody net worth. No. How right now they say Keisha Cole may be net worth at $10 million. Keisha Cole, the real R&B singer, she is a billionaire. She's able to make history. History on BET, the first reality TV show that land all those views. Anything. If she, but here we go. If she don't heal, because she tried to advocate for healing, if she don't heal and pull back and know what and who and how to operate and get that therapy, because it's not just certain type of healing. That therapy involves she person needs and the right people and whatever she need healing, Reiki, because I think she need Reiki healing, crystal healing, and past life trauma healing. Then she can go back to the and hustle and work and get herself back together and get back to groove anything. She lost the flow. It's okay. We all have to heal. She lost the flow. We got to get back there. But if she can go zone right back up to that billionaire status. Why she could do something, make history. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Like the Kardashians, that's a trillionaire family. They all are I'm starting this new wave. They all are trillionaires. Talk about it. Why my people are free. They tired of suffering. Everybody is a millionaire within 3 years. 3 years of hard work, you are a millionaire. Again, you can fall off. You can stay there. You can quit your job. You can start working. You can find, you can get lost. You can get lost. But most likely, and not most likely, they are. You have a family, you have cousins, you have aunties, you have network. All y'all are billionaires after 3 years of hard work, a 9 to 5 hustling. You're 9 to 5, you hustle. Your auntie, your mom, your cousin, oh, baby, you need some gas money this week? Here, $200 this week. Here, $300 this week. Here, another blessing. Here's some new shirts. Here's some blessing. Oh, we buying food this week. Here, $100 or $200 this week for food for your bosses and stuff. Here, all this extra money. Follow me? Here, a birthday party. Here, this cousin party. His cousin. This cousin birthday party just accumulate all these gifts. Over $2,000-$3,000 worth of gifts. Right? Add all that up besides your 9 to 5 and your other hustle money. You see what I'm saying? All that adds up. Within 3 hardcore years, every American is a millionaire. Right? Every American. The reason why I'm breaking this down, let's make it a conversation. Let people get, again, back to the beginning of the video. Let them get into feelings and get them healed up for more wealth, okay? Let them get healed up for more wealth, all right? That's the whole goal, getting everybody talking about it. Why we need them to talk about it, so everybody can get in their mind, in their mindset that I'm already a millionaire, I'm already a millionaire, I'm already a millionaire. We have to get to the billions. That's the zone. That's the hard work. Okay? That's your goal. Everybody goes to be a billionaire. The ones that already made it past the millions and really are billionaires to the billionaire status, okay? You want them to start talking about I'm a trillionaire. When they start talking about them being close to a trillionaire money, push them to the side and make a conversation that everybody's already a millionaire. Everybody trying to focus on sustaining billionaire statuses. Billionaire statuses, all right? We're already a millionaire. Just start that conversation. We're already a millionaire. You already got it. Just play this video back. I'm going to try to chop it up. Play it back, okay? My wisdom lights, I love you so much. Head over to my website and get my products, okay? Get my products. They work amazingly. Don't I look good? I'm glowing, right? Okay. So just make sure you go ahead and get my products, all right? I love you so much. You all work so hard. You deserve it. You deserve my good love in your life, okay? So with that, we're going to get into we're gonna wrap up my introduction about like the look, the Venus flow of marketing, those Shun energy, the different god goddesses, the high dimensional Aquarian beings that are over those gates of money, those gates of healing, those gates of therapies that help you sustain that wealth. You can get it. Anybody can get it. Go to school. You can get it. You can work for it. You can get it. Make a good deal, right? Or you could you can get it, but you could also lose it, and you have to sustain it. That's what we at now for those like the Beyoncés, the Keisha Coles, different other celebrities out there, Angela Bassett, the different other celebrities out there, trying to sustain those wealths. I'm trying to get other names. Lady Gaga. I'm trying to help me. Just comment some names, y'all. Give me the names. So with that, we trying to get the people to really digest and talking about, I'm already a billionaire. I'm already a billionaire. Those in Hollywood already, Halle Berry's and stuff like that. You're already a billionaire. You're already a billionaire. Help me out, y'all. You're already a billionaire. You're already a billionaire. Make that conversation. We the new wave. We start the new wave. We the new wave. So with that, the conversation has been said. It's comfortable. It's easy. Cancer, Mother Nature, Mother Energy, food, nurturing Cancer, Taurus energy. So we already nurturing that energy. So you already comfortable with saying millionaire, billionaire. Now we got to get the ones that reach publicly the billionaire status. Them saying, okay, we trying to achieve trillionaire. We're trying to achieve trillionaire when you're already really there. They could drop a product today or tomorrow and sell out a billionaire status. Their girl blew her website out 3 and 4 times over. Bitch, you a fucking trillionaire. Don't tell me nothing else. Now, can she lose it? Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she could lose it. The men, everybody, they could lose it. That's why you need your good spiritual advisor that know money literacy, money magic, the proper money magic. Can they sustain that healing? Can they sustain that work? Okay? Can they sustain it? Okay, so that's that with the sustaining part, how to sustain. Get comfortable with talking about the spiritual community. Saturn went to Pisces and wiped all these spiritual advisors, these spiritual shops out. It got real with the government. It got real with the government. It got real with the government of the spiritual realm. And whatever that may be, whatever they may look like, whatever that is to the collective, okay? And we need them back off. So praying that Saturn get into Aries and the graduation of those souls and stuff like that. So grateful. So grateful for that, okay? So right now we have to get comfortable. We got down the spiritual advisor, the financial literacy part of the astrologers, the spiritual side, and the healing up for it and obtaining it and sustaining that healing so you can heal, get up, get the nourishment, get up, get protected, get up and go, right? Make sense? Okay. Write that down. The nourishment, the healing, and it was another one. The nourishment, the healing, and it was healing, the nourishment, and the sustaining part of like getting the protection to getting up and going, okay? So that's the goal right there for y'all with the financial literacy, with the spiritual side, the astrologers and the spiritual advisors, okay? Get comfortable with them, talking to them, and having them and paying them a nice amount. Okay, especially for their classes, and get your crowns and your accolades with them. Okay, like I offer, when you get a certain mark with me, you get your certifications, you get certification awards, and you get certificates. You get certification certificates, and you get trophies. I like giving trophies out, stuff you put up on shelf and you hold. Okay, I like that. All right. Next we have, let's see what we can talk about, because I might have to make a part 2. Let's see. We talked about the financial side. We talked about expansion and the evolution, the metaphysics, the science. What else can we talk about with introduction? Okay, the spiritual side leads to knowing oneself. Knowing oneself. Knowing oneself, okay? The spiritual side leads to knowing oneself. When you know oneself, you could pick the right career. Sorry, I did some notes. You pick the right career and you get the right of course foundation going for that spot.
say that pacemaker that woman had in, and it went out there with that little thing, you know, to search around for jury, and found her. That pacemaker kept going over. Even though she was dead, the pacemaker was still going over. Look, I'm telling you what you want to go over there. I'm telling you what goes there. Look, just give me a towel. Go in the bedroom, you want a blue towel. I'm trying to come off my leg. Did you catch my phone? I said one of the blue towels. A bath towel. What you took? You say you took something? You shut the hell up. Keep on this. You might have to do what you took in the body like this. Wait, you ain't coming on the floor. Oh, man, go in the bedroom. Okay, what did you take? Put that brown towel on the floor. Spread the brown towel on the floor. You spread it on the floor.
Okay, y'all. So, sorry for the delay. We had to get some stuff taken care of. So, with that, we have, okay, we talked about the expansion, the evolution, financial literacy with the money astrology, money magics, the classes for taking classes, and understanding metaphysical side of money. What does that look like? Where does it come from? The energetics of money. Venus, okay? Venus rule over money. And then the air side of Venus. Money is ruled by air. You have to get that money book. I'm going to show the book again on that video. But you have to get that book, one of my money books that I like to use and I learned a lot. That money is not earth-based. Money is air-based. Can you get up and create something with it? Can you hustle? Okay, money is air-based. Okay, air-earth-based. Okay. So with that, take your classes, book a session, get comfortable with that conversation, okay? With how to build yourself and market your career, how to market your career. And what does all those levels and those questions look like with marketing your career, okay? Even now, like I said, we talked about Venus, okay? So what is the planet Venus? The planet Venus is the planet Venus. So the Venus of the zodiac, it deals with tangible things, sweet things, the sweetness of life. It's sensitive. The women part, the feminine archetype. But she's masculine as well. Libra's a masculine energy air. So she can be a man. If you remember the stories about Aphrodite, the Hermaphrodite energy, stuff like that. The Oshun energy, Oshun inside her transforming from man to woman. And the original beings being on the planet being able to transform from man to woman. okay? And being one being, right? So with that, you have to think about the Venus flow and channeling that planet, channeling channeling that planet, okay? And digesting those energies and knowing your own Venus placement. If you have Venus in Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, you're not too good with the goddess flow. She's overworking you. She's putting you in bad situations. She's making you be eval, if you will. If you have Venus in Libra, Taurus, Pisces, you're blessed by the goddess. You did women right. You did lovers most likely right. You did things right by people in a hard way, in a good, most likely karmic way, to make sure you were seen in a good way, right? Past life, if you got the opposite signs, you may have not. You may have been on more the destructive side and more evil side, all right? And I mean evil, if you got those placements. Or if you got her sitting in a house, meaning you may have been evil, or you like the world, that shield of evil, but you might be a sweetheart. So you say you have Venus and Scorpio in the 5th house, or Venus and Scorpio in the 7th house, or Venus in Scorpio in the 12th house. You may access those planets, the energy of her, in a good way. Those zodiac signs rule those houses. So, house? Yeah, the 2nd, the 7th, the 2nd, the 7th, the 12th house. So Taurus, Libra, Pisces, those houses, traditionally. If you have the planet placed there, say in Scorpio, Aries, or Virgo, you may be kind of good off. You may meet a goddess or somebody to help you articulate that energy or become a better person in the 3D over your journey, okay? So working and understanding that planet Venus energy, you'll get better acquainted with more money. She'll start teaching you things, you'll start learning yourself better, and you'll just get adjusted with more money frequency. It'll be a shift. You'll be like, oh my God, that person, you look just so better, you look so good. What you been doing? What you been doing? You'll get those questions from people like, what are you doing? Like, you look so good. It feels so good to be around you, right? So with that, you want to get accustomed to asking questions, buying things, getting things done with Venus type work. I recommend a lot of people, you really want a good Venus flow, go take a cosmetology class, go take anything with beauty and get certified in it. Take a weekend class or something to do with beauty, and you'll get blessed by the goddess, okay? And your flow will be real good. Even if you don't work in that industry, create a product, do your own hair, just work that energy, you'll be considered, a goddess archetype due to you getting certified and getting that license and things like that. You'll be real powerful in that art, right? Okay. So with that, we got to go deeper in the Venus energy. How does it feel? How does it work? Your heart is opening frequency. So working with the Christed energy, churches, ashrams, things like that, everything the goddess loves. So when you're working with the goddess energy, she opens you up to self. You keep going deeper with self-work, you will always win. But balance. There where we go with having those helping hands. Hey, boss, get back to reality. We need you at the appointment for 9 o'clock. Hey, we need you there, showcasing your family and everything. We need you there. Get there. Get back to reality. That's why I don't deal with delusionment. I'm one of those spiritual advisors, that, especially if you have one that was a fitness coach or some type of coach that has balanced their heart chakra and balanced their spirituality, especially if they sell a product. If they sell healing oil or love oil, they are really, really powerful. Okay, why? Their mindset is on those things at all times. I have my Oshun Secret. I have other oils I'm working on in production. I have my Come To Me Money. I have my Heal Oil. I have my protection sprays. I have a couple products that deal with who I am. Money, love, protection, and healing. So with that, you will get that. You will get that energy. You will get that energy from that person. So think about that resume when you're booking with people, or when you want to book longer money or book more of that person in reality, right? You could do a couple sessions if you just keep it simple and basic and stuff like that. But when you really want to get expanded, like, hey, I want to give you at least $2,000 a month. I need you working it, bitch. I like you. The energy, some stuff manifests for me, and it's real, real good. But I need you more. So here's some more $200 like here $2,000 or $200,000 a year or something like that. Here's some big money. I need my finances tight, right? And I'll soul agree, soul agreement right for every lifetime, not just the next, every lifetime, a couple lifetimes over, next 3 to 5. You never know how long the soul is journeying, right? So think about some of those things and the love of those dimensions of the Venus flow. All right. So how we articulate, we work with Mercury. So Venus Mercury is a conversation we need to have, and understanding the Mercury planets Gemini and Virgo. Every day, my personal mind and my everyday life rituals. My everyday life ritual can be simple as going to work 9 to 5. Going to work 9 to 5 for years and years and years, and just have stable money, stuff like that. And that's fine. But remember, what I learned working with Mercury is I have an altar of Mercury Hermes and a couple other mercurial deities. Mercury could deal with racism. Think back to 2020 during the pandemic. They forgot about the pandemic a little bit when it got hot with the segregation and the war between the police and stuff like that. You versus me. The South Node, I think the North or South. The North Node was in Gemini. Something new when dealing with the North Node and South Node of astrology. Right now we have the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Slavery is over with, and all the slave masters have been dead, have out the way. And if I start saying some of the names, they have fallen over the past 3 years. They have been some of the worst slave masters ever over time. That's all I'm going to say. So just watch a couple of my videos and just think about some of the names I've been naming that are not popping right now, right? So are supposed to be at school or somewhere else far away and heal and then come back once they get educated, right? So with that, here, but yeah, be mindful of Mercury, work with and pray to him, because he will lead you astray until you figure it out and catch the hints. That I deal with racism. I might not want white people here. I might not want black people here. Until you figure me out and talk to me and slow me down or calm me down. When you're praying with these deities, always approach them like a friend. Always approach them like a friend. Don't yell too much. Talk nicely and energetic yourself. Align yourself with giving them food and also taste the food. When you work with Oshun, you'll learn some of her ways, and you'll know that she doesn't like, you just leaving the food there. She like you to taste it in front of her altar. She like you tasting it in front of her and taste it and figure some stuff out. So that's some of the things you want to keep in mind. We're working with the deities and the archangels and stuff like that as well. You want them to really reciprocity, give them respect and they give it back to you. If not, work them out until they do. Especially if you need the energy, or especially if you need to become them. And there's nothing with money and marketing yourself and building your career and marketing your career right. You have to become something you may not like, or you may not want to be like, or you may not want to be. You have to condition yourself with your healers. Focus on why you need a healer. You need your doctors. You need people, real healers that keep it real, and real nurturers that nurture you right and heal your soul to show up to work for your best self, to keep pushing, right? Okay? Because the ascension symptoms, the energies, the kundalini rising, all that stuff is real. Car wrecks, getting fired out of blue, eclipses, things are real to get you out the way and throw you off. You have to experience things, right? The soul. So with that, you have to pay your healers. You have to pay for time. You have to pay for support sometimes, Throw you some parties, throw you some gatherings and stuff like that, so that people know that you're in alignment with supporting them, so they can support you back. Reciprocity, Goddess Hathor. Reciprocity. So working with Goddess Hathor is a good way to get through some things. Her lessons is real good with educating people in that conversation of saying, hey, what is you are doing, what it is you're doing and how to do it, and the reciprocity to give and take of it. Okay, check out the goddess cards, the goddess, I want to say the oracle card, guys. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm making the video, y'all, but I just want to get accustomed, come back on live, talk to my people, and let people go know I'm back. It's been a couple years. I'm back. I'm shaking back. I'm fighting back. Thank you to the muses. Well, get you, please, y'all. Get you some music statues. Those beautiful women. Those women are beautiful inside and out. Those women know how to work, purify, work, purify, work, purify. Okay, so you want purifiers. You want good healing women, good healing men, good healing people around you. No matter their sexual orientation, as we're gonna talk about that again. I don't care who you effing or screwing. That's on you. Can you show up to work? Can you work that 9 to 5 shift? Come on, I'm business minded. It's marketing. Can you show up? Can you do this? Can you do this? If you are insecure woman or man and you think your partner gonna cheat on you, go do general protection. Don't put nobody name down or put a list of your family members and stuff like that. These are some of the ones I won't focus on for their protection and stuff like that. And then, do a general way for my family. And just make sure you chant over and write down my family, this person family, this person family, this person family, stuff like that, and keep it general as possible unless it's that bad. And if it is, you need checks and balances. You need to check your personal people that you get healed by, because if you're a spiritual advisor and if you don't have your healers, something is wrong with you. Okay, that's why I went to massage therapy school. I work with a lot of millionaires. I work with a lot of billionaires. So I'm like, okay, well, look, y'all a lot. So I need my therapy. Okay, I need my therapy. I'm just saying. So with that, I work with a lot of trillionaires. So I need my therapy. I'm almost a billionaire status. Well, kind of is, but things are easy. People, the ego makes it difficult. That's why I like my therapy. I like my tarot cards. You're gonna see soon some people I work with, the men, NFL players and all. You're gonna see some of them with their tarot decks. You're gonna see some of them backing up or co-signing my decks. You're going to see them in, because I can't wait to do a tarot deck with Solange. That's my goal. That's my prayer, Solange. Or Beyonce, when she heal, Beyonce got to heal y'all. She got to heal up. We got to get it together. We got to get Tigra. And my girl Tigra, come on, we need you in Marvel. Please, Beyonce, approve Tigra. Approve Tigra. Y'all go hug Beyonce. Tell her stop dancing for a second and rub her feet. Rub her with my heel oils. Rub Beyonce. So she can prove Tigra to the people. What that girl said with Miss Tina with the gumbo, a Lugo owl. I said, who? A Lugo owl? What is that owl? That girl said, no, she's a Lugo owl. A witch, a Lugo owl. I said, that's a different word. That's a different word. Okay, Lugo owl. A Lugo owl. Wow, Jesus. A Lugo owl. My God. But yeah, so Venus, Mercury, I want y'all to do your homework. My wisdom lights, take your notes. My owls, take your notes and get down and digest it to your Venus and your Mercury flow, okay? And from that's when we grow. We want that education because, and then Aries as well. For some reason, they want you to bypass Aries for some odd reason. But Aries, Mars energy will be our fitness. So it'll be Mars, Venus, Mercury. That combo will be our fitness, or Pluto, because Pluto is the next octave of Mars. So our fitness side and our nourishment, because Aries can deal with nourishment. And that's something they forget about Scorpio. I'm learning. We learning. We educate. We learning. So forgetting about Scorpio, that nourishment is needed for your partners. You need to make sure you need to make sure you're able to nourish your partners. That's why when I get my hair done, or if I host a meeting, we have food, we have things, we have comfort food, I bring flowers, I bring especially the women, I'm getting comfortable with giving men flowers, physical flowers, not just they accolades and stuff like that. Flowers, giving them fresh flowers, fresh bouquets of love, and getting them in a freaking mind that, hey, it's okay, because I'm healing my issue with masculine men over lifetimes. It's okay to give people flowers. It's okay to give men or the same sex flowers. It's okay to give people flowers in general. It's okay. Okay? Flowers. your partners. Okay? We need to make that a conversation. It's okay to give love, flowers, fresh flowers to everybody. Male, female, LGBT plus, everybody, okay? Get comfortable. And a lot of people are built weird. Okay? I'm learning deeper. We're working with the Sun God Apollo. Thank you, Sun God Apollo. A lot of people are built weird, okay? So, with that, you have to work on the building blocks and things like that and stuff. And I'm learning as well, working with the guidance Nike will help clear away passages and things like that to get victory power over you. Nike or Orisha Shango is good for victory. But make sure you put them in a bed, a circle of salt, or it's not gonna work to make it work. So remember this as well, my wisdom lights. Make sure you work with Hades. He's one of the ones that come through for contracts. And maybe God is Demeter or Athena. I know for sure that uphold their contracts. And maybe Aphrodite, what I'm seeing as well. They come through quick and keep their contract deal, okay? Some of them next to air, but I know for sure Hades from my research that they gave you deal, but he one of the ones that's not gonna change. Meaning he did it, it's gonna land. They may be fickle or something, but he keeps his deals. Catch my drift. So he'll keep it coming, okay? But that's, I'm trying to wrap up part one. There's matter 3 parts to this. So part one, we got down to the planets y'all need to go study. Of course, Mars planets like Pluto, Mars, Venus. You know, you want to focus on Venus, maybe Neptune, and you want to work on Mercury, the planet Mercury. So Mars, Venus, Mars, Pluto, Venus, Mercury, Neptune. Okay, and get a gist of those planetary bodies and working with some of those deities, and get out the fear of working with different deities or saints, the wall spirits. Okay, get accustomed to different Uranian beings, because we in the age of Aquarius, well, the gods and goddesses and the archangels are open right now, very, very much so, and they're going through their own personal rebirths as well. Okay, and that contracts, well, not contracts, but just their structures are changing right now heavily to fit the American people on a more global level. Okay, all right. So yeah, so I'm trying to think of anything else, but go ahead and get comfortable with yourself for the next video and digest and write down, or let me know who you are, especially on a God name, your natal chart, your astrology reading. Go ahead and book astrology reading, and once you get your astrology reading, go ahead and prepare for part 2. Part 2, we're getting the key components for your marketing your career the right way. Okay, and these are some of the things you can write down and get ready for video 2. Okay, a solid personal brand. A solid personal brand. We're going to talk about what did it look like, what does that look like, what does that mean for self, and what does that mean for the people. Okay, next we're going to get into optimizing online presence. What does that look like, feel like, and how we can get that working in everybody's favor, right? Showcasing work portfolio, active networking, and not being afraid of networking, talking, and go cold calling, and what is that cold calling, and what does that look like, and also going out there to the people and just walking up to different, they call it solicitation. Still go and drop off your flyers and things like that, or your business cards, soliciting, they say. Fight for your career like we all do. Okay, content creation and how you feel and nurture yourself. You can take your protein shakes for your content creation. And then we have these are some examples of marketing your career to the public. Okay, leadership, personal website portfolio, content creation, public speaking, networking. Okay, so I like public speaking and networking, internal visibility, and that's, you know, your humanitarian side, and what does that look like when you got your career stable in those sectors of like, here's my 9 to 5, here's my vocational stuff, and here's my humanitarian things I need to do. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the different strategies and things like that for effective career promotion. What does it look like to promote yourself, promote others, and how does that feel? You know, you want to get into the feelings, the Cancer energy of giving birth. Feel, ooh, it feels tight, it feels loose, it feels, you know, I can't control it, it just feels. Okay, what does it feel like? What is the feeling of success? Foundation for success. Okay, qualify accomplishments, strategic keyword optimization, consistency across platforms. All right, so some of those things we are getting into right now. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be the synopsis for part 2. That video coming soon. Okay, so this is part 1, the introduction, and getting you comfortable with the Venus flow and the goddess flow and the celestial beings, the age of Aquarius flow of getting you to pop, 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 and making you more likable. So getting your hair done, tipping your nail techs, your spa people, your hairstylist, your stylist, and stuff for your clothes, tipping them tremendously, at least $10 or more, y'all. Okay, making sure they're fed. If you don't want to tip them, make sure you buy them some food, period. Come in with some, everybody that made like smoothies, everybody made like a case of water. If you don't want to get nobody flowers, bring a case of water. He gets some water. You'll always be thinking about, you got some water from me, you got liquid, you got something of the nourishment side down. You know, when you go places or hiring people, and use some free water, come get a case of water, Okay, you know, just something if you don't want to give them smoothies, foods, or that's another conversation. Gift cards, like, and that's what I love working with my clients, and I tell them like, hey, focus on these brand deals so we can give our staff gift cards. So every month the staff should be getting freely $200 worth in gift cards or something like that monthly. If you're working on that millionaire to be, well, half a millionaire, shit, half a million or more there, something like that, $500 million or more. So, task, because most likely you are. When we get up there in those zones, if you catch my drift. So we're giving those people $200 a month. If you can't, at least 100. Hey y'all, come on in, double tap. We talking about the marketing. We getting down. Hey. Thank y'all so much for the love. Let me know if you want to read it. You want a one card pull. Let me know. And that is some of the things we need to get comfortable with. Getting those brand deals. Like my high powers over juicy seafood. Let's get to my clients. You know, we all like seafood. Get a seafood brand deal. Get a Target brand deal. Get a Bart's cold drink brand deal. A lot of our high powers are over certain things. Like, oh, I got that job so easy. Why? You have a high power, 9,000 and up. You may be over certain things, right? Okay. Hey y'all, I just want y'all to understand that my people with their careers and how to get a brand deal and fight for one. You know, fight for it. Get your money and get your people happy. When the people happy, that's Venus flow. When the people are happy, Mars, Venus, all that, they flow. Okay. What you say? Oh my God, I said, man. Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Look, I'm about to get ready to get off and close it. Get with me, comment, just talk, y'all. Look, but I had to make this video, but I'm going to get back on later. But I had to make this video for the people, let them know, like, hey, I'm here. Let's expand on your career. Let's structure your career. Let's get real about all the money out there. It's so easy to make money. Especially on the next video, part 3, when I give y'all some scenarios. So, part 1 is about intro to planetary bodies, and likability. Okay. And part 2 is going deeper into likability, and the structure, the likability and the key components. Keep on for marketing your career right. And what does right look like? And what does right look like? And part 3 will be scenarios. On branding and the projection of money, and we're gonna talk about some more likability things, and you know, what does that look like? Money and more about financial stability, but also your staff. Making sure your staff and your team is given real awards, real accolades, and your shoppers. So your staff is giving awards, and make sure you film it. Make them feel seen, make them feel heard. Film it. And also your shoppers, your consumers. Consumers, okay? And slash, you put slash your shoppers or your clients, and making sure you're giving them real awards. Trophy, go to your trophy place, get you some trophies made and pass them out. Give them their accolades, okay? Their awards slash trophies, okay? And making sure they're seen and awarded and accredited, okay? By your love, accredited by your love. In your love, remember Venus, gift cards. Venus equal sign. I'm about to say love, but Venus equal sign. Not just love, money, but also value. What do you value? And you want your staff, your people to know that you value them, right? Okay. And they'll be here longer. They'll last longer. They'll feel love. They'll feel that need to be, they feel the longing. They feel that they need to show up for you in the right way. Okay. Especially thieves. We're going to talk about thieves most likely in the second or third video in the stealing. And how do you really deal with thieves? And how do you really deal with thieves, right? Also, no, we talk about Beyonce being Tigra. Let's talk about the Kardashians being the Gross Sisters. So be mindful of that energy as well. And Black China is Penny Proud. I fall under CC. My dancers used to call me Coach CC. So I'm like, why y'all calling me that? You know, and then it just started happening. My eyes started getting lighter, and then I started wearing more contacts, the lighting up, and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh my God, my animi is changing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, wow, I may be, CC for real. So, all that. But that's the conversation we get into, the likability. Knowing your animi, your caricatures, developing those relationships with those spirits and those things, those beings and stuff like that. Like I have a Zerlit Danto altar, and things like that, and following those tasks of becoming more of you, of them, but merging the two and forming self, like the real new self, and taking on their wisdom in their teachings, okay? And that is evolving your likability. So just rewatch this video and you'll digest and understand, and will understand to digest that Virgo Mercury word. To digest that, your gut, your digestion is your second brain. If you didn't know that. How they say you are what you eat. So with that, you want to dive deeper into being able to digest some realities, scenarios, situations, experiences, and people. Okay. And if you can't, you're not gonna make no real money. You'll get that lucky break with a couple million, maybe that billionaire status, because right now they're trying to crush the Kardashians. They're trying to crush Beyonce. They're trying to crush a lot of people that made millions over years. Saw no Virgo, a lot of slave masters are ending. What I saw from my research, what I was shown, different things like that. A lot of that is ending right now. It's about to evolve. And we got one more round of eclipses in Virgo and Pisces. Then we're moving on to Leo and Aquarius. It's about to show up again. It's showtime. Okay? My Aphrodite, the guys and goddesses I am, I serve, we are free flowing. We are of the people. We are of the people. So that's that. Okay. But yeah. So those are some of the things we could do for likability, and just get with your yogas, your therapies, your hairstyles, your styles, your words, your wording, your throat chakra, talking, journaling, and articulation of things, and your presentation of yourself and others, and making sure when you do events and stuff. We're gonna talk about the scenarios. When you're doing events, when doing events, premieres, you give opportunity / showcases cases to others, or your other brand deals, And remember, we're going to talk about too, fight for that in a contract. Your contract. Fight for that in your contract that you're able to you're able to use these products or merch for slash on your personal website. And what does that entail? For the percentage they need to take, for that to happen. Because most likely you'll get a lot of product, right? They like you, you're brand dealing for them, you might get boxes and boxes and boxes of extra product. So why not promote it or have it on your, because some people do it already under the table. But now we get into when you have that extra product on your website, see all that money? You have the extra product on your website, working with me, you will have frequently like 30 to 60% off sales, right? To draw organic attention, to draw organic attention, to draw organic attention and sales for your brand. Right? Make sense? If it doesn't, play this back. Okay? So with that, okay, and what does that look like? So that's a lot of fighting. That's a lot of blessing. When we say hexing for your blessing, why? That's a lot of streams of income. So with that, you'll have to like put a little witchy woo on these contractors. That's for these brands. Honey jaws on these branders. These people with the brains, right? Makes sense. So with that, if you might not get that 3-5 contract. For me, I like long money. I deal with Saturn a lot. I like long money. I like a long career. We not, because they give you quick, one commercial, 1 year worth of work, one commercial. That's it. We fighting for 3 to 5 commercials, 3 to 5 events. And with me, when you get that three, we fighting for 3 to 5 commercials. But with said in the contract with me, with said we will be doing 3 to 5 events to promote. And that is either going live or in person events. While most likely dropping a 30 to 60% off sale to sell out your old merch, your old stuff, right? Why not? Okay. All right. Venus flow. I'm about to flood your gates. You about to have all your stuff. Okay. Here you go. Pay your people. Everybody working. Everybody working. Everybody working. Right now, that's what you got. A healthier dose of what slave is. It's not all about slaving in the sun in the old days. It's a healthier slave. Well, hey, we got our nourishment. We got $200 a month to get nourishment, because we all still slaving. Virgo's still real. 6th house still exists. Virgo still exists. We all still slaving. Now you're aware of the slave work and the real energy of it, right? So now we're making awareness of it. We're healing that word. We're healing that word. We're healing that word. So slave work now is turning into more fun here on earth. Fun is the truth. Heard the horn is the truth. It's becoming more fun to go to work. It's becoming more fun. I had so many people when I started making a lot of money at T-Mobile. Oh, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. I was doing mantras and saying, I love my job. I love myself. I love my job. I love myself. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the likes. Double tap that screen. I'm like, what are they saying all this for? I'm like, why? Y'all getting a check. Like, what's wrong with y'all? And they were on a lower frequency. They were trying to ascend, and it wasn't ascending with me on my wavelength, and they all was quitting. I stayed while I prayed, and I paid my spiritual advisor for more backup at work. Like, more backup at work, okay? I'm keeping my good paying job, right? So with that, you want to think about all this influx of more cash coming in and more organic sales and more people appreciation. The goal is more words. The goal is more people appreciation, right? Okay, so that's the goal right now for the age of Aquarius, AOA, age of Aquarius. Okay, and I think they had a show AOA on Netflix. Watch that show, y'all. Watch that show. Hey, y'all, double tap that screen. Thank y'all so much for the love. Send some love in, y'all. Send some love. Send some love, send some roses in, send everything in. Y'all, love y'all so much. I'm back. It's been a while, but I'm trying to be consistent with y'all. Thank you so much. I'm trying to be consistent. So, if you want a reading, I'm trying to make a video for YouTube. But if you want a reading or astrology, tarot, anything, just book it on my website. Hit the links in my bio. Hey, thank you so much. I'm happy to see y'all. I love my people, and I love the new me now, the heal me, and being able to talk about your careers and what is that looking like in healing, and the reason why you need to pay your spiritual advisor monthly. For me, again, resume. I'm a spiritual advisor, so when I do your magic or your rituals and things like that, I pay the churches a month. I took my dance team to the churches. I have witnesses. We go to the church. I pay the church. I pay tithes. And all that is going down in your magic and your rituals and everything I do for your career, right? So you'll see an archangel. You most likely start seeing wings on your back and things like that when you do my Reiki. Reiki healing gets you ascending as well. You become an angel. You're becoming what you're seeking. You become a goddess, a god, an angel, most likely with me to give you wings. Archangel zones is Aquarius zones. So the age of Aquarius is going to be big about how your archangel look. Do you have an archangel? How your archangel look? Shemuel, Jophiel, Raphael, Archangel Michael, all the different archangels out there. What ray are you, right? So that's the way we on right now due to the planets are shifting and the age have shifted 3 years ago. And it so happened to shift with Pluto going into Aquarius as well with the shift of the classes, the age at the same. Both of them went together miraculously, and it has shifted everybody in the collective, right? So that's what we at the age of Aquarius, and it feels like it's when you look at astrology right now, the transit is Aquarius, Aries for a while, zones, and that's a sextile in astrology. So a lot of healing, nourishment. Aries rule nourishment, the blood. So that's that right now, y'all. I'm gonna come back live a little later, but thank y'all so much for sharing the live. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But I'm about to take a break. I've been on for a little while, and I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel. But I wanted to just get part one out about marketing your career and understanding your career and what is it. Even if you're a manager at Rouse's or manager at T-Mobile or a manager or somebody at a regular job, what does that look like cultivating your career and rising out of just being something 9 to 5, but make the most of that 9 to 5 job, right? So getting people comfortable with spiritual advice and work, magic, metaphysics, the science of life itself. Life is magical, right? Giving birth is magic. The science about like how a baby is made. The sweetness of life, Venus, how things are made. That is a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's understand it. Let's Virgo digest it. Let's get used to talking about those things and let the collective hear it more and let it be okay to let more of it happen. Because you bring it up to friends, oh, that's taboo. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know about that. But that will save your life. Why? What is saving my life? Making my journey here like heaven on earth. Age of Aquarius is heaven on earth. Aquarius is the heavens. You got to go research the zodiac sign Aquarius, the planetary ruler of Aquarius, which is Uranus. So think about all of that right now, okay? I love y'all all so much. Thank y'all for liking. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, Flavor. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back on a little later, but I'm taking a break. But just hit the notification buttons. Look out for me. And let's get this popping. Let's get your readings done. Astrology takes a while to digest. And that's a new word I want y'all using, digest. Astrology takes a while to digest, so go ahead and get that book. Go ahead and get that therapy going with astrology, understanding self more on that astrological level. When you do, you come into more yourself, more your soul, more your healing right now. I love you all so much. Be blessed.